Is it pronounced Tintin or like the French say there, Tang Tang?
Tintin is how it was developed.
Okay.
In the French-speaking part. For example, in the Flemish-speaking part where I'm from, we say kuifje, which is still, kuifje is this hair piece that the character has. But indeed, it is an iconic figure. We call comic strips the seventh art. And so Belgium, although we are very small, has always been very strong. It's not only Tintin, as it's known here, it's also the Smurfs, as you can see in my office. Smurfs are a little bit everywhere. But Tintin definitely stands out. Tintin is an icon. Tintin is even one of the reasons why I'm in this job. Because when I was a kid, you know, like I was reading Tintin, and Tintin was going all over the world. He was visiting places that I didn't even deem possible when I was a kid. And so I thought, oh my God, if I could ever go to the places. There's this one album, and it's Flight 714 to Sydney, which plays, especially in the beginning, in Jakarta. And I said, oh my God, he even went to Indonesia. No,
I remember that part,
and to see today that I'm here and that the elements that were drawn in the album of Tintin at the Kemayoran airport, that doesn't exist anymore, but the control tower, which is the only element that was drawn in the album, still stands
still
today.
there. Yes, it's still there.
And I visited it, you know, although it's in a bad shape, but I visited it and I took pictures. That was for me bringing youth back and my dreams of discovering the rest of the world and also Indonesia. I have still to live in a country where it was not translated in the local language. In China, here in Indonesia, but also in Africa, in other European countries. I think there are hardly any languages on the planet where Tintin has not been translated into. And so we are very proud of that. Tintin has since a few years also its own museum in Belgium, which attracts visitors from all over the world. And I always say, if you come to Belgium, don't forget to visit that museum, which is a bit off the beaten track. It's not in Brussels like most of the others, but it's definitely worth a visit because it's the one character that is known all over the world.
Could you tell us about a famous Belgian historical figure that you really admire? And what lessons do you think we can learn from his or her life?
We have Ludwig van Beethoven, who many think is German, but no, he was born in Belgium. And although it was not yet called Belgium, but it was on the territory that is today Belgium. It's a figure that, although born in Belgium, became a European figure. And is today still the author of the European hymn. As also known as a German, but mainly as a European figure. And I think, for me, that makes him the greatest Belgian in a way. And how somebody from our country can unify people that have known so many wars over the centuries. The values he stands for, to bring Europe together and to also make sure that our strength is not in military power, our strength is not in economic power, but in culture and bringing people together. Music, by definition, is something everybody enjoys. I've never met a person that hates music. Music brings peace.
So what do you like from Indonesia and what needs to be improved in your opinion?
As a foreigner, this is by far the friendliest nation I've ever been to. And I have a long career. I've been doing this job for 30 years. And I have worked all over the world, from Europe, Africa, South America, Asia, China. But never have I met a population that is so smiling and helpful as the Indonesians. I mean, it's the cliche, but it's a cliche that is totally true. I can see how much people are taking efforts in trying to communicate, and with the few words of English they have. Often I meet these people later on also because they invite you to come, you know, and have a coffee together to see the place where they live. And always, as I said, with this openness, with the big smile. If one thing I remember from Indonesia, you know, it's one country where you see the teeth of people because everybody's always showing their big smile. Where do I think that the country could do more? I think education should be the primary sector of investment. A country in today's world with high technology, rapidly changing with artificial intelligence, robotization also. We will need well-educated, well-trained people for the economy, already today's economy, but definitely the economy to come. So I would suggest to Indonesia to put a lot of effort in education.